well today. I made pea and ham soup and I filmed it and it has been uploaded and it's available on the Aussie Cooking Show channel. So don't forget to check that one out. It's raining today out through my window. Through my window it's looking very, very miserable. And that's the way it's been here in Perth for about 2 weeks now. We've had some really destructive weather. We had a tornado, we had cyclonic winds, we've had terribly hard rain and constant rain. We've had hail, we've had everything, you name it, we've had it. It's just overcast and ugly today, but stay tuned. I'll try and give you some information about Perth over the coming vlogs, just in case you want to avoid it. I shouldn't say that. It's really not a bad place. It's not the prettiest place I've ever been to, but it's not bad. I'm not a Western Australian. I've moved here. So my loyalty is obviously with Queensland, on the other side of Australia where I come from. But I haven't lived there for 20 years and I'm probably becoming a Western Australian. I don't like the weather here. It's a bit windy. It's windy, it's dry. In fact, when the explorers first found Australia, they landed in Western Australia and they looked out there and all they saw was desert. And they thought, we don't want to claim this country. And they turned tail and left. It wasn't until Captain James Cook discovered the eastern side of Australia that he put a flag on it for Britain and decided that it was worth having. Now that's because the eastern side of Australia is very, very rich and green and lush and attractive. It's a beautiful, beautiful countryside. So I can see why anybody landing on that side of Australia would just go, yep, that's ours. Not so on this side. Having said that, I'm here and it doesn't look like a desert, but it's dry and it's a very isolated city. This city is one of the most isolated cities in the world, meaning that if you want to get anywhere in the country, it's a long way. I want to share something with you that happens to parents at my age. And no, it's not menopause. My children are starting to leave the nest. Now, I have 4 teenagers. They're aged 16, 18, 20 and 23. And they all still live at home. They've never left home. Now, my children make me very happy. And I have no problem having my children stay home as they've grown older. I'm not one of those parents that kick them out at 18 and say, right, you're on your own. Well, it seems that 2 of my children have reached that stage where they've done what they need to do and they're on their way out. So my 23-year-old son is moving out of home next month and my 18-year-old daughter will be following close behind. Now they're both moving out with their partners and I don't have any issues with that at all. It's all well and good. I'm very accepting of the situation, except for the fact that I'm going to miss them. I'm really wondering what strategies should I employ to distract myself. It's going to be a test because I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the separation. That's going to be the hardest part because we're all so close and I love my children. I love them. And they have been my whole world, and since my divorce about 12 years ago, my children have been my whole world. I don't have another partner, and that was by choice because I wanted to put my children first. I didn't want to screw with their heads, and I wanted them to grow up feeling confident within our 4 walls, not feeling like they were encroaching on someone else's time with me. And yes, they've been very spoiled, but I would do it again. Yeah, I would do it again. I know I'm needed. I know I'm still going to have a role to play in their lives. I don't feel inadequate. I don't really know how I'm going to cope, but I'm hoping that I'll do a sterling job and that I'll have the right attitude. I want them to feel happy and confident and like it's a positive move for them. How did you cope? I plan on drinking heavily now because it's all about me. So I want to know, when your children were leaving home, what strategies did you put in place to make sure that you still had a strong connection with them after they left? And how did you cope with them not being in the house? Was it lonely? Did you miss them? Did you cry into your pillow for a week? Did you drink a lot? Did you what did you do to cope, to actually cope? And how did you feel about them leaving home? I've got 1,000 different emotions about my children leaving home. So please do leave your comments down below as usual, and I'll read your comments, and I love reading your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this particular channel. Anyway, stay well until next time, and don't forget to leave your comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to all my channels.